Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Pastor Minister. As always, a little background. I call myself Pastor Minister because I'm a father of three lovely boys, married going on 9 years. My profession, I'm a community organizer. I work with people of faith, Christians, non-Christians, Jews, Muslims, even non-believers, don't have any faith. And so at the end of the day, I like to get in the bathroom and reflect on my day. And the bathroom is really the only place I can get away from, the kids and the phone calls and the emails and everything like that. And so that's why I call myself Pastor Minister. And what I started doing is started a video blog to share with people, how I reflect, how I relax at the end of the day. I'm very traditional. I love to read the King James Version of the Bible. However, in the bathroom, I only keep one version of the Bible, and that's the book. And what it is the limited edition of the Living Translation, the New Living Translation of the Bible. I want to share this with you guys today. Acts the 7th chapter, and let's start at that 46th verse. David found favor with God and asked for the privilege of building a permanent temple for the God of Jacob. But it was Solomon who actually built it. However, the Most High doesn't live in temples made by human hands. As the prophet says, "Heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Could you ever build me a temple as good as that?" asked the Lord. "Could you ever build a dwelling place for me? Didn't I make everything in heaven and earth?" So what's the point? The point is this, is that, I forgot to mention I'm also a minister in Kojic. The point is this, is that being a young minister and having a background that I have, I come into contact with a lot of young people. Also the youth minister at the church, working with my wife closely at the church. And one of the things I always find out is that when people get saved, the first thing they try to do is they try to do things to please God. And what's wrong with that is that you can't just do something to please God. God said that, I want to make a new covenant, and I'm going to write my laws into the hearts and the minds of my people. I should be unto them a God, and they should be unto me a people. And what I'm trying to say is that you can't do what people tell you to do, thinking that's going to please God. Because God is like, I'm God all by myself. And as we read, he's like, the earth is my footstool. You can't do anything for me. So how should we live then? Do that mean that we can live any kind of way and do whatever we want to do? Of course not, The thing God is looking for is he's looking for to enter into a relationship with you. It's just like a husband and wife or a boyfriend and girlfriend that have been in a serious relationship. Is that, when you enter into a serious relationship, a person don't have to tell you what not to do, by you just knowing them, knowing their likes and their dislikes. Because you love them so much, you won't do something that you know they dislike, if that makes sense to you guys. And so, we have to get out of this traditional and religious mindset is that if you do this, you're going to hell. If you do that, you're going to hell. There are things that you cannot do and still call yourself a Christian. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that if you're doing it because other people say do it, then when that person fall or when that person make you mad, then you're going to go back doing what you wanted to do in the beginning. Why I'm so animated about this? I'm animated about this because so many young people, they look at traditional people, religious people in church, and they look at them and it's their grandmas, it's their mamas, it's their uncles, and sometimes it's even the preachers, and they just view them as hypocrites, and that you say one thing and do another. But I'm here to tell you guys is that I'm a living testimony. Is that I come off the corners. I know what it is to run women. I know what it is to sell drugs and smoke weed and drink all night and party all night. And, I know what it is to run the streets for days and motel and hotel. I know what it is to pull out, a 9mm and start bucking. I've been shot at and I've shot at people. So I know what that lifestyle is. But at the end of the day, I still felt empty. But I didn't want to run to the church house because, the people up there, they was doing one thing and saying another. So the thing that drew me back to the Lord was like when Paul was on the road to Damascus. I was on my way to do wrong. My life was just fractured and, all messed up. And I just couldn't see any good coming out of it. What good thing could come out of Nazareth as it's quoted in the Bible. But the thing that drew me back to the Lord was that God was like, I don't want anything from you but you to listen to me. And so I'm going to leave this with you guys. As you lay your head down and as you examine your life and as, you You might think about where you need to be and how hard it might be for you to go to church, or how hard it might be for you to give your life to the Lord, and you don't want to be a hypocrite, yada, 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 yada. Been there, done that. You know, I remember the times when I used to be on the corner smoking weed every day with my boys and be like, man, one day I'm going to get me a job, or, you know, I'm going to be a good father, or, you know, I'm going to build me a house and everything, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and I never was moving. And so, at the end of the night, you know, when I laid my head down on the pillow and I was all by myself and the tears rolled down my eyes because I realized how bad I was messing up my life, there's only one person I could ever turn to, and everybody else leaves you. You know, when I was locked up, my daddy couldn't get me out of jail. My wife couldn't get me out of jail, you know. So, no matter what happens to you in life, bottom line, you're going to need one person. One person. And not person. Let me not call God a person. Let me not belittle God like that. You're going to need your God. He's your creator. He's your father. Regardless if you believe in God or not. At the end of the day, that's the one you answer to. Your boy, Pastor Minister, very animated, very hype. You know, I like to keep it hype. I like to share my life with you. D. Bogan, charterinternet.com. You guys hit me up. You've been wonderful. You know, I've been getting your response, and, you know, especially about my accident, you know, D. Bogan, charterinternet.com. Hit me up. That's DBOGEN at charterinternet.com. All lowercase. Love ya.